what you're doing here today?
Sure. I'm here with Appfire Technologies, and we're just here doing a beach cleanup today. So it's important to Appfire and to all of us who work there to kind of give back to the communities that we work in and to make sure that we are going to be creating a sustainable environment for everybody moving forward. So today we are just here on the beach, seeing what's left behind, and unfortunately we got a lot here. So I'm just very glad to be here with the rest of my team, having this opportunity to give back to the community while we're here.
We have a program for corporate social responsibility, and the name that we gave to that program is the Appfire Town, the global town with heart and soul.
We just did a beach cleanup here in Hollywood, Florida.
We couldn't believe how much we found today.
And this was just in like 15 minutes.
Yeah. So clean up your beach.
Use a trash can, recycle.
And we create different areas of interest. And we group our employees based on their interests. So we have a group of employees that like to do diving, scuba diving. Today we're here as part of the whole day to take care of the ecosystem. We are going to be doing some beach cleanup and then scuba diving, helping with organization Ocean Rescue Alliance International.
We build artificial reefs to create marine habitat, aid in restoration, and create coastal protection. The really unique thing that we get to do also is create artistic structures that connect the public back to the oceans. Really, that intentionality of the design is to replicate nature and natural reefs and helping aid in creating biodiversity, but also the suitable habitat. So we really see artificial reefs as a tool, not as a full replacement to doing restoration, but we can really use it as a tool to leverage designing sites more intentionally for that specific region, but also safeguarding species that are endangered. And we just shared actually yesterday, unfortunately, was one of the record heat and to sea days that's been wiping some of the corals out, and some of you guys saw some of those bleaching photos. So this is a great example of how we can really use some of these as nursery bases to help aid in protecting and saving some of these genotypes for future restoration. We've been successful to be one of the few organizations partnered with universities to move some of these corals on artificial structure, because traditionally artificial structure hasn't been great. You know, we're really stepping away from that and looking at those more intentionally designed structures and continually innovating that to be more biologically impactful.
And we're trying to help them and assist them. At the same time, we create awareness and motivate our employees and our team members to volunteer.
It is so encouraging to see scientists, manufacturing, local governments, organizations like ours all coming together to focus on some of these problems. Gives me a lot of hope.
A little time here and there can make a big impact. I never thought about volunteering with organizations with oceans or animals. I've been volunteering a lot with organizations with kids, but I realized that this can kind of tie together, because with kids and awareness and other school and education experiences, they are helping bring the two together. So I realized that this is a way I can help volunteer as well. It's an area that opened up that I never was really aware of.
This is truly amazing to see the different people they brought, just the groups today that they brought together is really amazing.
Well, I mean, before coming here today, I had no idea. So this is awesome.
It's been fantastic the way Appfire has been helping Warfighter Made give back to vets. And when Fabian from Appfire reached out to us and asked us if we wanted to be a part of what Appfire was doing with Ocean Rescue Alliance, we absolutely jumped at the opportunity, because as divers, this is a great way to learn more about other nonprofits, learn about different habitats and environments, and give back in just a different way.
I want to do more, and I am fascinated by the technology that they're coming up with in order to support our underwater environment.
It's almost like standing in a point in what will be history at some level. We're seeing some unprecedented times in terms of the changes in our oceans, and to see these artificial reefs kind of as they're starting, I can't wait to see here in 10 plus years how these have changed the way some of the oceans are working in the future.
It's been a massive eye-opener.
It's inspiring to see just how much innovation is going into restoring our reefs. There's so much detail being put into how to effectively do this that to me it's like optimism at its finest. We need to be a part of the solution. We are the problem, so we absolutely have to be part of the solution.
I understood, I think, a lot about the depth of the problem but to hear a lot more about the thinking and the resources and the innovation that are going into the solutions gives me a lot of hope and makes me want to continue to stay involved in the solution.
And it was just incredible to see how much heart they put into their artwork to make sure that it's also not just art sculptures, but that it's helping the environment when it's placed in the ocean.
I'm a father of 3 kids, and I'm very conscious of the world that we're handing over to my kids and future generations, and to be able to be a part of this as a family that loves the water, it feels pretty special to me to be able to talk to them about how their dad participated in hopefully giving them a place that they could dive and see these habitats flourish over future decades.
As a mom, that's something that I do think about for my kids' future as well. What kind of impact am I doing to help them?
I'd like to be more involved.
Seeing stuff like this, these efforts that are popping up, really gives me hope for the fact that my kids and my kids' kids are actually going to be able to experience kind of the beauty and the wonder of what's the ocean, the reefs, those sorts of things.
This is part of our culture. This is part of what we want to do, and this is just one of the many issues that we're trying to give back towards. And when literally a portion of our employees' time and a portion of our profits go towards supporting efforts like this, it really does make you feel better about waking up on a Monday morning and going to work.
Come volunteer with Appfire Town.
Come volunteer.
Come volunteer.
Come volunteer.